Hey yo, yes, it's still summertime and it's still hot out here. But in some states, you better have your chains with you. Hey y'all, yeah, it's still summertime officially for another 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Today is, let me look here, September 8th, and it's still hot. High in DFW today, supposed to be 97 degrees. And it was a little cool this morning, but still high today, supposed to be 97 degrees. But let me tell you what's happening in Colorado. As of September 1st and all the way through May 31st, I guess it is, the end of May, the chain laws are in effect. Now, what they said that means is if you're traveling on I-70 between mile marker 133 and mile marker 259, you have to carry sufficient chains according to the state law to be able to chain up. Now, it also said in that article, the articles that I've read, that this chain law is in effect for the whole state, right? State highways, interstates, federal highways, I guess that's the same as interstates, but it only specified you have to carry them between those mile markers on I-70. Now, I always thought when I was over the road that between certain dates you had to have chains on your truck, carry them in your truck in the whole state and all the other states that had chain laws. Now, that's a little bit confusing to me. So tell me, if you're from Colorado, exactly what that means. Does that mean you don't have to carry them on the other parts of the state through those times, only on those mile markers on I-70? And then you only get in trouble if you can't chain up in the other parts of the state when it's required? I don't know. Let me know on that. But that's what it said about the chain law in Colorado. From September 1st till the end of May, you had to carry them on those mile markers on I-70. So let's go look at my tires, and we're going to take a look at exactly what the chain requirements are for the state of Colorado. All right, let's take a look at these tires, my drive tires on this tractor. Now, what the article I read, a couple articles I read, said that you have to have a loop of metal chain all the way around on both sides of the tire, right? And you had to have 9 evenly spaced loops, and I think that means the loops that go across the tread. There has to be at least 9 of them all the way around the tire. And there has to be at least 9 of them, and they have to be evenly spaced. Now, what it said was if you have at least 4 drive tires, that each tire has to be chained up. That means 4 tires have to be chained. If you have a tandem axle tractor, you'll have 8 tires, but you're only required to chain 4, and I would assume that means going across the actual main drive tires that you're going to be needing the traction for. Now, it also said dual tire chains are acceptable. I'm guessing, I don't know, I've not seen them, that they make a set of chains that actually you can chain up both tires on a set of duals at the same time without having to do them individually. And it also said tire chains are not required on trailers. I know some states there are, but in Colorado, there's not. So that's requirements for the chains. Let's talk about the fines that you can get if you don't have them. Now, it said if they require something triggers the law to go into effect where you have to chain up, they let you know with the electronic signboards on the highway, and I think there's some other apps that you can use to be notified. So if you're required to chain up on any of these highways and you don't, the fine for not chaining up is $100, and I believe it's $36, $32 or $36 surcharge. So $130. I don't know where they get a surcharge from. Why don't they just say the fine's $132? Anyway, so that's the fine for not chaining up if they catch you when it's required. Now, if you're not chaining up causes one or more traffic lane to be blocked, that fine goes up to $500 and $156 surcharge, something like that. Again, so you get both. So just say your fine is either 130 something or 600 and something, whatever that is, adds up to be. That's your fine if you don't chain up. And like I said before, I guess you're only required to have them if you're on that stretch between those 2 mile markers on 70. Unless you have to chain up, then you have to have them. So I would say just carry them all the time, right? You guys in Colorado, let me know. I know we got a lot of LTL guys that run across Colorado. I know we do. And if you're LTL in another company, I'm sure you do too. So tell me how you think about the chain laws. Personally, I've never chained up. I've never had to chain up. All the companies I've worked for before would rather me sit and wait. And the only time I ever had to do that was coming out of Sacramento, fixing to go over Donner. They said, chain law's up. I think I was the last truck in the 76 truck stop there in Sacramento. Waited the next morning, it was all wet by then, up across. I would rather not chain up, especially getting as old as I am. Anyway, let me know what you think about all that down in the comments. And hopefully it doesn't get bad this year like it did last year. I was off for like a whole week because of the snow just in the Dallas area, and it was worse in South Texas. So I might link a little video I had made about that in the description. Hopefully we don't get that this year. So go down in the description, check out that video, check out my other links, check out the Saia website for employment if you're interested. Get my email me, I'll send you my information so you can use me as a referral. Go down there, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like this video for me, and we'll see you later.